Hello and welcome back, Camels. I'm Joshua Davis.
And I'm Abby DeBoer. This is Campbell Now. COVID-19 cases are rising in North Carolina. On August 30th, at least 166,000 people had tested positive for COVID-19, with nearly 3,000 deaths. That same day, there were more than 1,000 new cases, which was down from the day before. State officials reported that 9% of tests were positive, which is higher than the desired 5% or lower.
In recent weeks, the majority of COVID-19 cases in many states, including North Carolina, have been found in clusters on large college campuses. Here at Campbell, the university has put rules in place based on recommendations from the Centers for Disease Control. Fortunately, Campbell's cases remain low, but larger universities haven't been so lucky. UNC, NC State, and East Carolina have transitioned to online instruction due to large clusters of COVID-19 cases. There have been 11 positive cases reported according to Campbell's health webpage on August 31st. More details on the protocols for positive testing and contact tracing can also be found at Campbell's health website. As a small private institution, we hope Campbell students remember how serious the situation is and follow COVID-19 guidelines.
We have heard of NC State and UNC shutting down due to hundreds of positive COVID tests on campus. But where is Duke in all of this? Duke has reported only 46 cases, which is a 0.3% positivity rate after conducting 17,000 tests. Duke claims it got lucky due to its lack of a large Greek community, the main source of COVID clusters at many other universities. Duke tested all students before arrival on campus. Staff have been working very efficiently to ensure that Duke will stay on campus.
Governor Roy Cooper is moving into the next phase of his three-step reopening plan. Starting Friday afternoon at 5 o'clock, North Carolina is heading into phase 2.5. Businesses such as playgrounds, gyms, bowling alleys, skating rinks, and other indoor facilities will reopen and operate at 30% capacity. Other businesses, such as museums and aquariums, will operate at 50% capacity. The number of people allowed at mass gatherings will be raised to 25 people indoors and 50 people outdoors.
While we certainly don't have the same number of on-campus events this semester, students are finding some fun ways to stay busy. This week, students received emails about multiple events happening on campus to keep busy while staying safe. Tie-Dye Tuesday is just one of the ways CAB is encouraging students to come together while maintaining a safe distance and have fun customizing their own mask. This will take place September 8th at 1 o'clock that afternoon in Academic Circle. On Thursday, September 3rd, CAB is also hosting a lava bead bracelet day on the second floor of the Student Union. Follow CAB on Instagram to stay notified of events on campus taking place each week. Although the program cannot operate normally during the pandemic, the Campbell Ambassador Study Abroad programs had a lot of excitement going into 2019. Campbell students have been excited for this opportunity to study abroad. Some people say without this program, they would have never been able to experience traveling to a different country. The ambassadors have many great things to say regarding the program.
Campbell Law's class of 2023 is full of firsts. On August 14th, Campbell University's law school concluded their week-long Campbell Advantage orientation with 178 new students. This unique group of students includes 30 students of color, 12 Campbell Flex students, and 7 active-duty military/veterans. The class of 2023 also had the highest top quartile undergraduate grade point average of all prior incoming classes. Campbell Law also welcomed its first students into 2 of its 9 dual degree programs. Lastly, the class of 2023 included the first student from the law school's 3+3 program with Meredith College. And with that, we'll be right back.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be?
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
Weeks after Hurricane Isaias made landfall in Brunswick County, Oak Island residents are still repairing the damages. Following the hurricane, a storm surge reached 6 feet, devastating sand dunes and many houses. As residents across Oak Island are slowly regaining power, driving conditions have yet to improve, especially for owners of lower vehicles. Oak Island has not been declared a disaster on the federal or state level, but has been receiving assistance from the American Red Cross. The town is expected to pay millions of dollars in repairs.
A mother is searching for her 2 children after her car was swept away Monday night due to floodwaters in Smithfield. The water rescue crew found the car and mother, however, her 2 children remain missing. The team remains searching the area.
Authorities in Wayne County, Michigan have recovered more than 100 missing children during a one-day sweep. The U.S. Marshal Service said its Detroit operation placed an emphasis on locating missing children who were victims of sex trafficking. In all, they recovered 123 missing children. They say nearly 200 are still missing. This operation involved many law enforcement agencies, including the U.S. Marshal Service, Detroit Missing Child Recovery Unit, Michigan State Police, and Wayne County officers.
Tensions are rising between China and India. China has accused Indian troops of illegally crossing their shared border in the Himalayas. Both countries deployed troops in June, resulting in the deaths of at least 20 Indian troops. The escalation has led India to ban more than 100 Chinese mobile apps, including PUBG Mobile, WeChat Work, and TikTok. We'll be right back with more.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps.
Did Pete saying mean things bother you?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
Dozens of NFL players and coaches are relieved today after learning that their positive test for COVID turned out to be wrong. The NFL says 77 players and coaches were falsely diagnosed several days ago. Out of the 5 labs nationwide that run the test for NFL teams, all of the incorrect test results came from a lab in New Jersey. The league has asked the lab to investigate the results and figure out what went wrong. The false test results affected players and coaches for the Vikings, Jets, Bears, Steelers, and Lions.
Also in sports, UNC men's basketball posted a video on Twitter voicing their support for the Black Lives Matter movement. Both current and former UNC players spoke in the video, along with coach Roy Williams. UNC men's basketball was the first school to give a scholarship to a black athlete when Charlie Scott stepped onto the court in 1967. Former UNC player Michael Jordan gives a heartfelt statement near the end of the video in support of the movement.
The NCAA is giving all athletes the opportunity to opt out of the 2020 season due to COVID-19 risks. Athletes will be permitted to opt out of this season while keeping their scholarships. At least one player from every Power 5 conference team has utilized this option. Some have voiced their concerns, and some are taking this time to focus on the draft.
Finally, Native American History Month is in November, which is also when Marvel Comics is set to release a new book titled Marvel Voices, Indigenous Voices #1. According to Marvel, the company has been planning this book since before controversies arose surrounding the depictions of Native Americans as team mascots. Some say Native Americans have also been depicted in stereotypical ways in cartoons and comics. Marvel Comics hired Native American authors and illustrators to tell stories from their viewpoint.
And with that, that's all for today. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Joshua Davis.
And I'm Abby DeBoer. This has been Campbell Now.